Symmetra is overly situational. For months now, the meta has dictated her character only viable on the first point of a capture point map. That viability is based on her ultimate, the teleporter. Albeit, if she uses it correctly, it can win a game. But overall, the teleporter is weak. With only 6 charges and permanent health loss, Symmetra's biggest nest egg ultimately cracks under the pressure of a competent enemy. Quality of life is a term that Blizzard used often in their most recent developer update. It refers to the psychology and mindset of players during any given Overwatch match. It turns out Symmetra's quality of life is pretty low, especially in the prep phases of a payload or point defense map. A typical prep phase for Symmetra includes dispersing shields, placing turrets, and team planning. All these steps must be fulfilled in just 30 seconds. While 3 steps may seem moot in the grander match game, keep in mind that most characters have 0 steps during the prep phase. With arguably just 1 step, Torb comes closest, and if we're reaching, Bastion and Sombra come second. The meta argued that Symmetra felt too management-based, felt too much like doing chores with little to no influence on the endgame. The meta's distaste for Symmetra isn't news, but Blizzard's long-awaited Symmetra overhaul is. With the announcement of her new details and a playable rework about to hit the PTR, we finally get some answers.
Oh shit, Sombra, I forgot she existed. Sombra was so last week.
It starts with a bang. Never before seen, ever, in the short-lived Overwatch history, Symmetra will be the first character to have 2 ultimates. Once her ult meter fully charges, she will have a choice between her familiar teleporter or her new shield generator. Like the teleporter, the shield generator will be an object built of hard light. Now, many of you are starting to get skeptical, but this is where things start to get interesting, so hold on. Symmetra's shield generator provides individual shielding to team players within a certain radius. This radius ignores line of sight, and the shields are significantly more powerful than her old shield ability. On top of that, the generator itself is shield-based, regenerating health, making it a tough egg indeed. Second on the rebuild chopping block is Symmetra's E ability. Her ability to give players shields has now been replaced with something called a photon barrier. Blizzard describes it as similar to Winston's shield, kind of like Reinhardt's shield, but ultimately completely different. The photon barrier is a large elliptical shield that travels forward at a determined trajectory. In English, it's half of Winston's shield, but bigger. It moves like Reinhardt's shield, but bigger. And instead of Reinhardt moving the shield, it's automated. Rip Reinhardt 2016. The final changes to Symmetra are to her primary weapon and turrets. Symmetra's primary weapon will now have a slight increase in effective range, aka that feel-good range, similar to Sombra's hack range when they were talking about it earlier. Symmetra now has the ability to place 6 turrets at once instead of 3, cooldown, and another 3.
Just a wee bit.
What does this mean for Symmetra? It means that her character may not be known for her nesting playstyle, but her bunkering playstyle, which is like really good nesting, you know? Anyway, Symmetra, if played correctly, can dictate an entire match. For example, on a point control map, she's got 6 turrets and best case scenario, a teleporter and a shield generator. Effectively, with the right team comp, Symmetra can build a fortress that's impenetrable. Her eggs will be nice and safe, but I digress. Fear comes hand in hand with change, and I'm excited to see how she will eventually play out in the meta. Blizzard's announced that she will eventually hit the PTR very soon, though, which we all know means it's tomorrow or another 6 weeks. But what do you guys think? Is Symmetra going to be a meta breaker? Will Reinhardt finally put down the hammer? Or is all of this just bananas because Winston? Let me know in the comments. Please subscribe to see more, like if you like, rage if you hate, and share if you're nice. Regardless, see you soon. Red Beans.